basketball one time before, or she even actually played basketball, maybe in college. But I hate, because that's how I end up following her. Matter of fact, what's that? Us the joint did, man. They post all the like female athletes that kind of got some sex appeal to them. What is the joint? I think it's called like Beautiful Ballers, and that's how I probably end up following her, because they always used to post her. Especially I had never seen. I mean, I've seen this girl do like some, like, you know, the LA Fitness Center's an empty gym and a dribble and a shot, but whatever the case may be. This young lady is, I guess her and Stefon Diggs was in a actual relationship. So when I originally seen the post, it was basically saying Stefon Diggs was suing this girl, and when the original Joan didn't go into the things that was sitting here saying what she actually broke. And then, of course, it came out maybe another page later where it was like, because, you know, the original junk was saying she was they was suing Stefon. Stefon Diggs wanted to sue her for $250,000. So then the next junk was where it got more into detail, where, okay, she broke a watch at Stefon Diggs, she broke a phone, threw a phone in the toilet, and it was a little bit more like her and her homegirl popped up and pulled up with Stefon Diggs and kind of was like getting busy and vandalizing his situation. But then she literally, before all the blogs could pick up the story, she come out with a post on her page and was like, I see that everybody running with the clickbait or whatever the case may be. And she had dates on her junk where it was like June 7th, I believe her and Stefon Diggs got into an altercation and she had to go to the hospital, whatever the case may be, and sitting here saying he basically trying to, with this story, he trying to get ahead of the story that I guess of her sitting here pressing charges on him for domestic violence. So it was kind of like I'm like, damn. And the crazy thing is, of course, the Stefon Diggs name is a little bit more. It's a more of a hellacious headline. Hey, Stefon Diggs suing this pretty girl, and of course because Stefon Diggs dating Cardi B, attachments to Young Miami. So it's like his name is hot for that shade room thing. So it's like she ain't gonna get as much post because the NFL pages ain't gonna post her. They gonna only post the Stefon Diggs part. So it's kind of like you get that part, and then it kind of just go on deaf ears where it was like, damn, I felt bad for her. Like, and I even felt bad to the point like, all right, let me see if something extra gonna come out. And I started looking at her Insta story. And then you see people, like whatever. And the crazy thing is, what's the stylist dude who I guess got jumped by his Stefon Diggs' younger brothers, and he posted something like, man, keep your head up. I know how this dude really move, and nobody going to sit here and acknowledge what you actually going through. So it was kind of just like, damn, I felt bad. So I was just like, man, I'll just talk about it on the podcast. I ain't even geeking a rush because I honestly didn't know, like, is her story. And that's the sad thing about the times that we live in, is kind of like, the person whoever's like, I guess, almost cried wolf first, that's kind of the person that everybody going to kind of be a little bit more sympathetic to, where it's like, and then, yeah, I don't necessarily know. Like, I feel like realistically, she said her story, and then people kind of just like, all right, it went, and I don't necessarily know if people care for real. And that's kind of like, I felt for her on that one, because like, I don't necessarily know if anybody really gonna care. So it's like, I mean, if her junk really don't go to court, I don't necessarily know what she gets out of it realistically, besides kind of like you saving your name at this point. And I even went, I looked and I said, I'm like, damn, I thought Trey Songz had something to deal with this girl before. And it was, I want to say 50 Cent was saying that was the reason why Trey Songz and Terrence Crawford was about to fight each other. I believe at one of 50 Cent's, Tycoon Weekends in Houston. I believe they got into it over this young lady. So, I mean, like I said, obviously she got a name for herself. Dudes is out here trying to date her or really getting into her.
My question for that though, do you like still, because the way you moving and you just like, would you still even try your hand?
What
like
you mean?
Like, if you was Stefon Diggs, would you even try your hand? Like, if just hearing the rumors or whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, just because, okay, yeah, she pretty, but damn, a lot of shit come with her.
I think I guess what's the sad thing?
Because that's just like, even like I said, if as a female, like, all right, if you saying like, all right, well, damn, I know Stefon Diggs got all these bitches, I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you put yourself in those type of situations, right?
I think most people think that you feel like you can change people, and most people feel like I could be the person who could tame them. They could play crazy with her. Even when and we can tie that into this girl with the Future situation, and she made it seem like, oh, she thought it was just her and Future. Like, bro, this is Future. What are we talking about? And it's the same. And like I said, going into the Future girl, it was like this same girl. And I had to catch I made sure, let me slow down. Let me go before I sit here and comment on anything on this. Let me go on Twitter and search this girl name. And I was like, I knew I seen this girl before. This is the same girl who said Lotto got her jumped outside of a club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same girl. And then and I'm gonna play another joke. She had a joke with her and DeVito, so it was like some of these people just be
on bullshit.
Exactly, and that's you trying to come up, and that's what I seen. And the sad thing is, I seen a bunch of women, of course, condoning the way her back and forth with Future. Oh, I'm locked in on her TikTok and this. And I'm like, bro, that's so crazy the times that we actually live in. There, like people are feeding into this because I'm like, yeah, people like the mess, but I'm like, bro, you can see that this girl is reaching for a viral moment. Like, okay, the lotto jump didn't stick because she thought maybe people was like, all right, bro, you got beat up by a rapper's friends. Like, I mean, that's kind of like. That kind of you thinking you tarnishing Lotto name, you kind of giving Lotto credit because a lot of people try to make it seem like Lotto ain't really about that life. So you kind of gave Lotto brownie points. So that one didn't work for you. And then it's kind of just like, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna drag Future into this. And like I said, I mean, let's be clear, she obviously do know Future because there ain't no man answering the phone for nobody, especially you, bro. You Future. So you can't be like, bro, I don't know you. Like, bro, niggas don't got your number. You know, if your number was that willy-nilly, bro, you wouldn't even be able to have that phone. You know how many people would be, hey, can you listen to this beat, bro? How much you think I can get it for? You answered that phone literally off the first ring.
My page deleted. So now he's threatening to have my page deleted. So if you know, go follow my other page. But it's like, at the end of the day, babe, I will take this off TikTok and we will go to Instagram with it. Okay. I will go to Twitter with it. I will go to ever social. Listen, babe, who are you playing with?
Bro, don't worry.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me?
I don't know you, bro.
Stop fucking playing. Listen, at the end of the day, I promise you on my life, on my fucking life, on everything in my life. All you had to do was shut the fuck up. All you had to do, you keep on fucking playing with me over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're gonna fucking learn. I promise you. Because I'm gonna fucking teach you. I promise I'm going to teach you, bitch. Now he's threatening to have my page deleted. So if you know, go follow my other page. But
and it's so crazy because it's like, you Future, dog. So it's just like, and let's be clear. I mean, if you listen to Future music enough, I don't think this story, of course, is too far-fetched. Then, of course, like I said, for this girl, of course, she going out of her way and trying to actually just, I said, she's looking for some clout. She's looking for a moment and looking for a story to stick. When, of course, this one is going to stick because it feeds into the, why we don't like Future or why people do like Future, because people like the toxic relationship stuff. Like, so this kind of like, you got people on the edge that kind of really like, okay, what got y'all there? How long y'all been dating? She said her and Future been dating for like 5 years. I even played like some of the other stories. She didn't really get to go into the detail as much as she did. Let me see, because I seen one, it was Jasmine Brand picked up some of them Jones, but it was like all them stories was kind of short. They wasn't like super long. Like she had a Jones, she was even talking about her and Des Dior at the same place.
This is when I found out that he was not my man. He was everybody's man. He invited me to a Christmas party, okay? He invited me and Prince. Prince called him Uncle Pluto, whatever. It was great. But when I went to the Christmas party, he was with Des. And if you ever see this girl, you can corroborate my story, but you don't have to. Anyways, I'm in the Christmas party or whatever, and he comes in, and him and Des are wearing these matching blue jackets. What the fuck are we doing? Because when I had asked about it, he was just like, it ain't nothing like that at first. Okay. It was put off to me as if it was just like an industry type of situation. So for me, I was just like, okay, whatever. Let me play my role. Like, okay, cool. So,
and you know what's the stupid thing, even just when we're just talking about stuff like that, bro, and this is how you just know sometimes women just be super delusional and just want to be down with the delusional train. What about Des Dior and Future have to do with anything industry wise? Like what, like she and Des Dior, and let's be clear, Des Dior do got a couple songs that do kind of crank, but she ain't to the point where somebody about to sit here and say, oh, this is the label making them two date each other. Like she ain't to that level. Like she to the, like, let's be clear, if like Des Dior is like one of the like, all right, if you really on the TikTok or if you kind of like the ratchet reality TV, but you like it a little bit bougie, like that's the level of where most of the women who really in the Dez music. So it's kind of like, all right, they may be hip to her, or if you really a fan of Jada Wade and you like their friendship together. But this ain't something where her and Future was dating. You could be like, oh, he could hit you with the, oh no, that's just some industry stuff. No, it'd be different if like, okay, if it was him and Lotto, or if it was him and Meg, or somebody, or him and Glorilla, somebody where actually, okay, it makes sense where it help them sell more it'll help them sell more music. It ain't helping nobody. The only person that realistically, honestly help, it helped Des. It didn't help nobody else. Like, so I don't realistically, for him to even be able to get that off on you, it was kind of like, bro, you just really trying to be green. But like I said, I understand she's trying to catch a viral moment. She wants something to stick. And to be honest, this one looked like realistically it's just going to stick a little bit more for her than the actual situation. I mean, the actual jump when it was her and Lotto, because I think realistically I think more people just like that. They like the toxic stuff than just you actually getting beat up because you was popping it to Lotto. But I do want to play this other clip of her when she was sitting here. She was dealing with not Burna Boy. What's the other DeVito? So I believe DeVito had. I want to say, is he married and he had a kid or something that was going on? What was it? Oh, here you go. Right.
Guys, so as everyone knows, this video that someone leaked in my camp, or who was in my camp, as you would say, is resurfacing on the internet with this little rap beef situation. And I'm getting death threats every day. And Nigeria, I love how hard you go for this person. You know, he's a great artist. But death threats is
it's not Burna Boy. It's
I really do think
she might have been talking to Burna Boy too, because they was beefing.
For me to come tell you that I had no intentions of disrespecting anyone's wife, anyone's family. I said what I said. That video being leaked, I took accountability for the picture, but I did not post that video. I never intended for that video to be out to the public, and that's just what it is. I did message his wife, Chef Chi. Messaged her. I gave her a full response of everything along with the timeline. I let her know respectfully my intentions were to never disrespect her or anything she has going on. As much as I'm dealing with death threats, I know she deals with, 10 times more what I deal with. At the end of the day, I'm a girl's girl. I'm for women. And this is just a situation that should not keep continuing to happen. It's the first day that this happened, I reached out to her and I let her know, ma'am, A, B, and C, this is what it is. I'm sorry we're going through this. You have my respect. And that's it. So anyone that was a part of this situation when it initially happened, I'm no longer tied to them. There's no longer a relationship there, a friendship, nothing, okay? I've spoken, to OBO's people, his camp, everything. They understand where the mistake.
So again, just tying that into the original question that you asked me about, even when it came to Stefon Diggs and Shorty, it was like, why don't some of these rappers or athletes kind of be like, all right, I see that this girl kind of got some mess with her, so let me kind of like pump the brakes. Where should I sit here and like, why am I running to go chase this? Because the Vito thing, this was old. People just resurfaced this and reposted the video because people kind of just wanted to show like, hey, I don't take this girl's opinion or her antics with a grain of salt, because all right, this is the same girl who had something going on with DeVito. And like I said, with Future, he may feel like, man, I'm Future, I really don't care, because she even had a story where she sit here and say she came in and caught Future having a threesome with 2 girls or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of just like, here you go.
I was green, I was dumb, I never expected no shit like this. This is one of those moments of my life that really was like, I opened the door to the bedroom. This nigga in there with 3 bitches. Use your imagination. Open the door. I look. I close the door. I call my mom immediately because I was losing it. Losing.
Like I said, I'm not mad for Future. I don't necessarily know if this is a bad look. I think it's a good look for Future because she just telling all these stories to kind of just solidify why people like Future. Like, bro, people like the toxic energy. People love that Future got multiple women and he kind of really just go crazy. Like, this man had a song called A Part of My Collection. So it's like, it's not none of these stories. It ain't like he ain't put his hands on you. He ain't do nothing. All he did was do what Future do in his music. So it was kind of just like, all right, what you want us to do? Like, cool, people gonna be entertained, people gonna watch it, people gonna listen, but it ain't too much else you can get from me. So again, like I said, just to tie it in and to close this conversation up on it, just like I think men and women both feel like they can bring something different out of somebody. They feel like they can tame the wild beast. So if this girl, if in her brain, she delusional enough to think, oh, I can make Future be a one-woman man just for me because he bought me this watch or whatever the case may be, bro, he's a millionaire. Like a millionaire. Like, he ain't like some starving artist. Like, he can real live really just buy you a watch and it don't mean nothing to him. It's like him taking you to McDonald's. Like, bro, this is not a big deal. Like, let's keep it a bean. And I think so. It's just for some people, I think that they can kind of change it. I don't necessarily, maybe even with the Stefon Diggs situation, I don't necessarily know, because I mean, this is the first time outside of him, his brothers beating up Slim, you really don't hear his name in too much. Like, of course, he got a cool little dating history, but like this type of level of seeing what she's accusing him of with the domestic violence situation, yeah, I don't necessarily know. This one is a new one, and I think maybe that's why. I think even with the blogs, which I said it's kind of sad, because you see, I mean, I seen like maybe like some of them might, like the Neighborhood Talk may have posted it, but I just don't feel like it had that same oomph behind when Stefon Diggs was like, okay, I'm suing this woman for $250,000 because she broke this watch, this TV, and this, that, and the third. So like I said, I mean,
so that's me. I mean, how would you, just looking on how a lot of these scenarios planning out and all that, do you still think that, all right, these Instagram models is the thing too?
No, perfect example what Kendrick Lamar said in that song. Like, I'd rather just be in the house with one woman, because it's
I'm just saying, but I'm saying the image, like these, it's like how most people are attracted to the Instagram models or whatever the case may be. Like, do you still think?
No, because if we keep it in the bin, you can go make your own Instagram model. If you're that vain and you're just that geeking for a look, you can go make that look. You could sit here and your high school sweetheart and turn her into an Instagram model.
Yeah, because I'm just like, every time it's like with these, especially like we said with the athletes, it's always something where they in the news about, whatever the case may be, and I'm just like, damn, what really is like the attraction of it?
It's just a look. It's a look, and it's sometimes niggas be groupies for other people. Like, okay, so let's just sit here and say, oh, Rick Ross had her, so now I want her. Oh, Drake had her, so now I want her. Dudes be groupies, so niggas just be. Or sometimes just as a man, you want to feel like, oh, if he could get her, I can get her, and then you end up getting a version of her where she ready to crash out. I ain't gonna lie though, but I was surprised to see Future pick up off the first ring. That, for him, answering the phone off the first call was kind of just like, all right, you can't sit here and say you don't know this girl. Because if this was just a random number and she called, you wouldn't answer. Ain't no way on God's green earth you would answer just some random number. And you answered that joint with like super animal, like you was ready. Soon as that phone, it was like you damn near was waiting for her to call. Soon as that number hit your phone, you was like, like you can't, like, dog, relax. Like, you sound crazy, but you sound like a nigga arguing with his girl, and that's exactly how it sound. Oh yeah, let's get into it.